Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Thunderpants 2002. I'm giving this one 5 out of 5 stars. It gets a very low 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb. As a matter of fact, it was actually in the bottom 100 list on IMDb at some point. It got booted off because it didn't have the required 10,000 ratings. It only has 5,156, which is still a lot of ratings for the type of movies that I watch, but not according to IMDb. They took it off, which is downright shame. But yeah, I don't understand why this gets such low ratings. Maybe because the entire movie is based on farting. It's like watching that security guard post videos of himself at work farting on the job. Um, what was his name? Oh, his name was Paul Flart, the the farting security guard. Got fired for posting videos of himself farting on the job while he was supposedly doing security guard duties. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But this this British boy was born with two stomachs, and which means that he's constantly farting and letting out these, unleashing these hurricane force fart thingies. Uh, his parents are having trouble raising him. The father just gives up and leaves, and the mother becomes an alcoholic single mom. And then he's got this nerdy friend from Harry Potter. I've never seen any Harry Potter movies. I started watching The Hotel one time with my ex-wife, but never got interested in Harry Potter at all. But there's a redhead kid, curly-headed kid um, from the Harry Potter who becomes best friends with this British boy who keeps farting. His name is uh, Patrick Smash, I think his name is. Yeah, Patrick Smash. He's an 11-year-old kid by now, and all grown up. The redheaded kid, his name is um, Alan A. Allen, is a prodigy genius. He, for some reason, he's the only kid who can't smell um, Patrick Smart's farts. Patrick Smash's farts. He can't even smell it. So they become good buddies, and Alan A. Allen builds the Thunderpants, which is the title of the movie. So basically, the Thunderpants sucks all the fart out, and puts it in puts it in a lunch pail, and then you stick the lunch pail in a machine which gives off the fart exhaust or something. I couldn't really figure it out. It was too complicated for me. Honestly, I couldn't really figure out a lot of things in this movie, such as how did he get Patrick Smash to stop farting involuntarily and to start farting on command. That part wasn't really explained, but in any case, they invent this ridiculous looking hovercraft out of Patrick Smash's farts. It goes through a tube and it allows them to float. So they become the winner of this this contest, and the U.S. government starts getting involved with the redheaded kid because they've got some stranded astronauts they have to rescue, and they don't have a functioning rocket to go up there. So this movie's crazy, but there's also this opera singer who's kind of sidebar story, I guess. The opera singer's like can't hit the high note, so he's number 2 opera singer in the world, behind Placido or something. Placido P. Placido. So all these names have alliteration going in them. You got Johnson J. Johnson, Placido P. Placido, Alan A. Allen. It's just ridiculous. This whole movie is just nuts. And then Ned, the way he can hit the high note is through Patrick Smash's farts. So the redheaded kid disappears. Patrick Smash is traveling around with the opera singer and farting when he's supposed to hit his high note. So it makes it look like he's actually hitting his high note, but the kid behind the curtain is actually farting to achieve the sound effect of him hitting the high note. And how the audience can't smell the fart is kind of another unexplained thing in this movie. There's so many. It's just crazy. I never thought I'd enjoy a kids movie so much. It's rated PG, but they talk about arse and farting all. It's throughout the entire movie, and Ned Beatty comes up with some great one-liners, but I'll get to that later. So Patrick Smash can't find his buddy. He's going all over the world asking around, where's my buddy? The only clue he gets from his redheaded dad with the same kind of hairdo is that he went off to another country somewhere. So one night, Placido P. Placido decides to break and enter into the other opera singers' practice session, where Patrick Smash just happens to be practicing his farting. A big, looks like some kind of jelly bowl or something. waiting for him after he's done practicing. Placido Pete Placido put some kind of food poisoning in the jelly thing, and the kid eats it, and he farts so hard on the stage that a thing comes crashing down on Placido Pete Placido. After Placido Pete Placido jumps up on the stage. So Patrick Smart gets charged with murder in this kind of kangaroo British court. I thought he was in Italy, Rome, or somewhere, but somehow he ended up in a British court. Another unexplained thing in this movie. They're wearing the wigs, and it looks like an Australian trial with the old 1700s white wigs and stuff. And I really laughed hard at the hovercraft competition. That was hilarious, watching the other attempts to fly without any kind of a fancy engine. Watching them fail was funny. And then, it's just, this movie made me laugh. Ned Beatty character was absolutely ridiculous and crazy. But anyways, there are other parts where the kids at school are bullying him. Finally, he turns the table by just unleashing the most horrible farts, kind of farts that level Forrest and stuff. But by now in the movie, he's long gone from school. He ran away with the opera singer. Now the opera singer is like destitute homeless person eating bananas from the garbage can. And the Patrick Smash guy gets sentenced to a firing squad. He's hooded and he's about to get shot when the U.S. government shows up. He says the home security in Great Britain took forever with the paperwork. He says, "Here's the paperwork releasing the kid to us. Goodbye." So they just whisk him off in this machine, in this limousine thing. And, anyways, they take him to this outfit called USSC, which I guess is supposed to be like NASA. That part was never explained. And Ned Beatty has got all these Confederate flags all over the place. That part was never explained. And he's a big time Bible thumper dude. He's like saying, "Holy Mother of Mary." Things like that. And so the kids preparing to propel the rocket ship with his farts. I'm not making this up, okay? And he unleashes a big fart, and all this fire comes out from the hole in his astronaut suit, carefully placed near his arse. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's pretty cool that the I actually can relate to this movie because um, they talk about him being a unique individual with this overcoming his disability and turning it into like a gift. It's pretty it's pretty uh, funny how they turned farting into kind of an inspirational lift me up story. It's just made it all the more ridiculous and funny, quite frankly. I just I just can't get enough of this movie. Um, I don't know why it gets such a low rating. Again, I get it that people aren't into like fart jokes and stuff, but and it is a lot of farting overkill in this one. A lot of it. Um, I guess it does have a lot of bad reviews on IMDb, but I'm seeing a lot of good reviews too. So it's kind of mixed. I guess the people who are doing the reviews aren't rating it or something. I don't know, or there aren't enough actual reviews on IMDb to even affect the rating. Um, but there are only 49 user reviews and there are 5,156 ratings. And, there's so many great one-liners and quotes in this. I just couldn't get enough. I finished watching Enigma. I'm almost done with the Aerodrome, which is a British BBC drama from the 80s. I think it was 1983. But I did finish Enigma from 1987. I love that flick also. I'm going to review that one next after I cook up my dinner. But yeah, great flick. I'll look for the movie and the trailer if I can find it. I'll put it in the description box. I forgot to do that again. But mass hysteria over the coronavirus here. I go pick up my son. I have no clue what's going on because I worked 11 and a half hours yesterday. And my ex-wife says, "Are you taking him to that class or whatever?" I guess she was talking about Sunday school. I said no. Oh, actually, I said yes. I'm taking him there. I hadn't read my emails from the previous night because, like I said, I was working 11 and a half hours. And it turned out that the superintendent of my son's school sent out this email blast to everybody except me, um, stating that a couple of kids had been exposed to the coronavirus in Abbott School and Laurel School in San Mateo, which is where my son attends school at College Park. And so that prompted the religious coordinator to send out an email that I didn't even read because I was too busy yesterday, that they were going to cancel the Sunday catechism, Sunday school, whatever it's called. And they were going to disinfect the entire St. Gregory school. So what do? I show up there kind of looking dumb in front of the religious coordinator, and pretty much empty parking lot. There were a few cars there, but she goes, "Didn't you receive my email?" I said, "No." And then I checked my email and it was there. And call my ex-wife. I said, the school's being disinfected. She goes, all the schools should be disinfected. And I go, uh-oh, here we go. She told me to call off my son going to Chinese art class because of this thing. And me taking him to St. Gregory School. But we just sat in the car in the parking lot like nothing happened. And we took off, and she agreed to have me take him to Chinese art class. So I get there, and the Chinese guy there is forcing everybody to use hand sanitizer. I hate that stuff. It just eliminates all the immunity to virus and whatnot. It does the opposite intended effect of what it's supposed to do. So I just flat out refused to use this stuff, which is kind of ironic because the pretty church lady kind of did the same thing to me last month when we were, or last week when we were eating food, I think, and I went along with it. But this time I got sick and tired of this crap, and I told my son to tell the Chinese dude, because he doesn't speak any English, that I don't like that stuff. And I just waited outside. I went to use the toilet at Safeway, and pretty crazy. Then I go drop off my son to go play with his friend for a couple hours over there at his house in the common area, the townhome common area. And the dad starts going off like, why are they even allowing kids to go to school? I mean, Facebook and Google, and even Apple, are allowing all their employees to work remotely. But what difference does it make if the kids get sick of school, then they bring it home, then everybody's infected, and there's nothing we can do about it? And I was thinking, man, this guy's really overstating the problem here. I think there are less than 300 cases in the United States, and I'm not aware of anybody infected by the coronavirus. I don't think my son is. It would surprise me if we have martial law in this country similar to China. But I know I'm in the minority view. It just really surprised me how this coronavirus is freaking everybody out. Even my son's half-sister can't sleep at night because of this thing. So I just want to put my 2 cents in, worth nothing after inflation. Probably disagree with me on this, but I just thought I'd bring it up because my day was completely consumed with this. And I thought I was going to finish the aerodrome, but obviously I didn't. I had plenty of time on my hands because he didn't have Sunday school. And so I thought I could get through all of them, but I fell short by about 30 minutes, I think, which is my fault probably, because I was doing too much. My son had to make up a Lent class because they're trying to teach him about how to protect himself from touchy-feely priests, and he opted out of that class, which also included Lent. So I told him to read the Lent chapter. He looked at it for like 2 seconds, and I gave him a pen, and he's like obsessed with his phone, not interested in doing the written lessons. So it's just been a crazy day. Unreal. I never thought the sheep here in the United States could be so easily controlled by a virus. It's just amazing. I can't explain to you how surreal it is just to see one person after another just completely go crazy over this coronavirus. It's just quite remarkable. I almost want to get it so that I can build up my immunity to it and tell these people that it's just like common flu, or doesn't affect me because I'm not old enough to have a compromised immune system. I take vitamins and stuff. But anyways, maybe I'm understating the enormity of the problem here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seems like everything's way overblown and out of proportion. And flu actually kills way more people here in the United States than what's being reported in the news for the coronavirus. So it just seems a bit odd to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let me know. Tell me what you think. I just thought I'd throw that in there toward the end of this review. I'm gonna go cook my my ramen. So the Enigma movie review is gonna have possibly crying and runny nose after I take care of this. I still got a vacuum and sweep the garage. Man, it's gonna be a long night, but hopefully I can catch up on some sleep tomorrow. I doubt it though, because I might have to work 7 hours again tomorrow night. We'll see. Probably. I'm guessing because it's a Monday, and might even have to work overtime, depending on how many people they have there on Monday. So, yeah, it's just been a crazy busy day, and my son was having fun. He said he actually enjoyed spending time with me today. Probably because he didn't have to go to Sunday school. But yeah, he said he liked being with me, which is kind of rewarding as a parent to hear that. Hope he feels the same way when he becomes older, like teenage years. The hormones tend to affect one's behavior and whatnot. But anyways, it was a challenging day, an odd, surreal coronavirus type day, as well as a rewarding day. There was just everything thrown at me, like it was just crazy. I couldn't keep up with all the things happening, but just wanted to run that by you and go cook my meal, get that other movie review in, and for sure I can finish the Aerodrome BBC drama from 1983, which is really good. It's got the totalitarian nightmare scenario going, as well as the nudity and the sexual conversations. So kind of surprising, but I didn't know BBC actually went that far back in the 80s till now. But pretty extreme kind of sci-fi dystopian kind of deal. I think it's about 90 minutes. Like I said, I've got another 30 minutes to watch, but I watched a good deal of it, and it was dang good, I have to say. Some of the British colloquialisms, and they even threw some Latin in there. Kind of hard to follow, but other than that, it's a great sci-fi drama. I mean, a lot of different plot twists going on there. Interesting situation there. So I'll get that review in probably early Tuesday morning. The way things are going with my getting my delivery driver routes 2 or 3 hours after I'm supposed to be getting them. So yeah, if I got that situation where I'm waiting like 2 or 3 hours just for my route, I'll probably end up watching that one. Was African Age, 1930 documentary. It's called African Age. No, it's called Africa Speaks. I was thinking of another movie. So I'll try to get that one in. You're the only one in here. No, there's somebody else in here. Somebody with a Japanese handle name told me I look like Frankenstein and then never said anything. So I'm not going to smack myself in the face for you. Take a breath. What is this, like order me around like I'm a robot? What the heck? Anyways, that's the end of my review. Laters.